eyes are on Mike Evans. He's coming off one of his biggest games.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Meanwhile, Brady slow on target to Godwin here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Brady. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up first and goal.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucks are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr., and the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the game.
Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucks have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Pickens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, nice move. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First down, and they go back to Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, completion here to Claypool. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got this complete down the field to Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From midfield, here's Brady. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Brady to throw again. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Succop for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams...
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now it's Trubisky. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty. Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him. Yeah, I think so because, remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open. Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. Brady now on 1st down. 20! And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Succa. And the route is on here in this first half. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken just and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Brady to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And a route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. William Golston. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
And take it right on the 30.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Brady now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense, because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes. And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now Brady finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field.
So we have reached halftime here with a visiting Buccaneer.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Vita Vea picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. This is Harris on the draw. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And brought in by Brady. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are pouring it on. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half.
Touchdown! Leonard Fournette, 30 yards. And the Buccaneers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got
the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
On first down, Trubisky throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
On first down, Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The safety, Antoine Winfield, got in there that time. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken from about the 12. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Trubisky.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Trubisky's throw there hauled in by Claypool.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trubisky will throw.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Now Brady. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. 33 yards.
And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
2nd down and 8.
Here's Trubisky.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Trubisky to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is taken at the 23.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And his pass incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brady going to look to throw.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Now Brady on the bootleg. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.